Oh, good evening, everyone. I'm Benson Oloko, Marble Leaders President. This evening, I'll be sharing with us three biggest organizational problem. Three biggest organizational problem. Hear me, if you run an organization, maybe church, NGO, an enterprise, whatsoever the organization is, there is these three inevitable problems you are going to be facing, whether you like it or not. As far you run an organization that deal with people, you are going to have these three inevitable problems, these three big problems. So I want to share with you these three problems and how you can overcome these three problems. Whether you like it or not, you are going to face a problem of attitude, a problem of lack of incompetence, and also you are going to face a problem of lack of resources. These are three major problem organization face, especially starters. Okay, in organization, you deal with people, not just structures, not just system, but you really deal with people. And one of the problems you'll be facing, and one of the challenges you'll be facing when it comes to people is challenges or the problem of attitude. You are going to meet people with the negative attitude. So how do you deal with people with negative attitude? It's something I really don't want to delve into much, but I just give you a tip. If you really want to move your organization fast, like I always recommend, if you are employing, put first into consideration attitude, good attitude ahead of altitude. Okay, you can really work on people attitude, but you find it very difficult to work on attitude. People don't just change who they are. It takes time. Okay, but whether you like it or not, you are going to have people with negative attitude. I often call it the bad apple principle. When you have the bad apple in the midst of other apple, what do? You just pick that apple out of the other apple. If not, that apple will spoil the other apple. So when you have people with bad attitude in the organization, what I recommend is that you sack them. But if you are that type that doesn't have that have a heart for people, you just need to have the patience with them, grow them, develop them, and that's going to take you time, and that's going to take you resources, and that's going to take you training to grow people, take them to leadership training. But if you don't really have the time, and you are not patient, and you are lost in money, sack them and look for people with good attitude to hire. And the second problem or the second challenge you always face if you are starting the organization is a problem of lack of competence. Okay, at first you really don't have much to pay for more qualified, the best hand in town. So you are just going to be hiring those you think you can afford for a start. But whether you like it or not, some of them are going to give you a bad job because a cheap employer will definitely give you a cheap job. So it's a problem starters always face. So what do I recommend? I recommend training. You train them, equip them, train them, let them learn skill. Let the skill take them out, let them learn, and with time they are going to improve on themselves, and by that you are going to have good result and good result and yield increase and profit and productivity for your organization. But it's always a problem. It's always a problem of your organization face. Sometimes we hire people who are not really qualified for the job. Although they went through your screening, your interview, some of them passed, but you really don't take note of some of their deficiencies. As time goes on, you begin to know that most of them are not efficient or effective enough for or qualified enough for that job you want. So it's a problem organization face. So what I recommend for organization is that they keep training their workers, keep equip them with latest skills and latest skills. And the last problem you always face in every organization, especially startups, is the problem of resources, lack of resources. Whether you like it or not, resources will never be enough. Resources will always not be enough. And sometimes organizations they run out of resources, and that will put a little bit challenges to productivity as a result of lack of resources. Okay, sometimes resources are always not enough, and so you've got to look for a way to have more resources, increase resources, if you really want great productivity in your organization. Thank you. These are the three biggest problems every organization will always face. God bless you.